field, I take my shot at the end zone because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Kill. Hey, Ford, Kill. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Let's go, team. Don't be alone.
Wentz now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, here we go. Waiting.
They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Sanders. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
I got 90. All day, just like that. Just like that. Let's go. Greg.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll look to throw here. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 15. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Wentz now on 1st down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lions. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Blue draw Corker.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
A quick throw. Here's Shepard. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Recon, 132 fighter. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the shift.
On second down, Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. Five yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit. And
he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go. Waiting. 81.
On second and 12, Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Ballard. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Mike 51. Watch the curl. 51, Mike.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Easy one. This easy one. It's coming again.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Another run with Sanders. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Ballard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
51 the mic. 51 the mic.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Second and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Giants on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
They'll run with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check. There.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ballard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
74. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Haywood. 54,
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.